Good morning to my fellow friends and my lecturer. Today we will present about case study of fire in Malaysia EPF building that causes by flammable cladding. Our group members are IMRAN bin LATIF, FARHANAH binti ZAMRI, SHUHADAH binti YUSOF, and also myself, ADLINA binti AHMADANI. Fire and safety management is the most important and effective way to make sure the overall of the building and the resident have the fire safety. As we know, fire can cause many losses in terms of financial losses, damage property, the reputation of the company, and also public relation. The fire need 4 important elements to occur, which are oxygen, heat, fuel, or combustible material and chemical reaction. The requirement for these elements are oxygen is needed at least 60%, heat energy is necessary to increase the temperature to ignition temperature, fuel or any combustible material, and exothermic reaction that can cause as a fire. This case study is based on the accident of the spark of fire because of flammable cladding panel that can easily burn during hot weather and strong wind in the biggest building of retirement fund, which is called EPF, at Jalan Gasing in Selangor on February 12, 2018. This incident can be related as it is a similar situation with the fire of Grenfell Tower in London that happened last year. This building is located nearby with the federal highway that can link downtown Kuala Lumpur with the Petaling Jaya suburb and the capital of Shah Alam in Selangor. The main headquarters of EPF is located in the area of the downtown Kuala Lumpur.
There are two main causes to the fire that destroy EPF building. The Straits Times reported that the fire was caused by a spark from a maintenance work and that set a flammable cladding panel on the building's exterior alight. Secondly, the building does not adhere to the Universal Buildings bylaws as it was fitted with highly flammable cladding panels instead of non-flammable ones. There are at least 7 accident causation theories, namely domino theory, human factors theory, accident theory, epidemiological theory, system theory, combination theory, and behavioral theory. Firstly, the domino theory. It was one of the earliest developed. The theory posits that injuries result from a series of factors, one of which is an accident. The theory is operationalized in 10 statements called the axioms of industrial safety. According to this theory, there are 5 factors in the sequence of events leading to an accident, namely ancestry or social environment, fault of person, unsafe act or mechanical or physical hazard, accident, and injury. The human factors of theory of accident causation attributes accidents to a chain of events ultimately caused by human error. It consists of 3 broad factors that lead to human error, such as overload, inappropriate response, and inappropriate activities. The accident theory is an extension of human factors theory. It introduces such new elements such as ergonomic traps, the decision to ERR, and system failures. The epidemiological theory of accident causation holds that the models used for studying and determining the relationship between environmental factors and disease can be used to study causal relationship between environmental factors and accidents. The system theory of accident causation views any situation in which an accident might occur as a system with 3 components, which is a person, a host, a machine, agency, and environment. The combination theory of accident causation posits that no one model or theory can explain all accidents. Factors from 2 or more models might be part of the cause. Behavioral theory, or widely known as behavior-based safety, have 7 principles, namely intervention, identification of internal factors, motivation to behave in the desired manner, focus on the positive consequences of appropriate behavior, application of scientific method, integration of information, and planned interventions. In the case of EPF building fire, it can be observed that the theory related to this case is domino theory. This is because the owner of the building did not comply to the safety measures required by the law, which had led to a disastrous fire when maintenance works being done. The building is using flammable claddings where it was easily alighted by the sparks coming out of the maintenance works. It was a very serious issue as it can lead to injuries and deaths of the employees. Luckily, no one was injured during the incident due to the swift actions taken by the firemen.
So now let's move to the next slide, which is accident investigation. There are 5 steps in investigation. First, isolate the accident scene. As soon as the emergency procedure have been completed and the injured worker has been removed, the accident scene should be isolated until all relevant information has been gathered and observed and recorded. Second, record all the evidence. It is important to keep a permanent record of all relevant evidence as quickly as possible. There are various ways in which evidence can be recorded, including written notes, drawings, photographs, videos, observations, and charts. Third, photograph or videotape of the scene. It is safer to have more shoot than possible when capturing evidence than to risk a losing valuable piece of proof. Fourth, identify witnesses. It is necessary to compile a witness list when identifying witnesses. 3 categories should be recorded in the name of the list, which is primary witnesses, secondary witnesses, and tertiary witnesses. And lastly, interview witnesses. As the result of the investigation in this case study, a senior fire department official stated that the cause of the fire at Employment for Provident Fund EPF building in Selangor was caused by a spark that installed flammable cladding on the outside of the building. The fire started on the first of the 6th floor while maintenance work was being carried out on the outside of the building. Initial investigation revealed that due to the spark and the cladding used as well as the hot weather and strong wind, the fire spread to other parts of the building exterior. The fire was under control, although nearly 40% of the building were reported destroyed and no casualties were reported.
Next, about fire safety management. A comprehensive fire safety program should have at least the following components, such as assessment, planning, and prevention for every workplace to prevent fire. Based on this article about fire in Malaysia'S, EPF building have a comprehensive fire safety program. In the case of EPF building, almost 40% of the building was reportedly destroyed and no casualty reported. A fire safety plan is required based on building use or occupancy types. Firstly, generally, the owner of the building is responsible for the preparation of a fire safety plan. After the plan has been prepared, it must be submitted to the chief fire official for approval. Once approved, the owner is responsible for implementing the fire safety plan and training all the staff in their duties. During a fire emergency, a copy of the approved fire safety plan must be available for the responding fire department's use. Fire safety plan structure include danger store material, layout drawing and site plan of a building, personal training and fire drill procedure, create assembly point or safe zone. Lastly, use of fire safety plans. Strategies for reducing the risk of fire high-rise buildings, such as ensure that flammable materials are stored in a safe area. Secondly, conduct more educational and training programs such as marking of exit routes to make smooth for workers in the event of emergency or during fire. Keep work areas from extra supplies of flammable material such as paper and boards. Recommendation. Firstly, safe storage. If you have chemical, flammable material in your building, you will want to make sure they are stored in a safe place. It's also a good idea to keep fire protection equipment near the storage area just in case. Secondly, fire safety demonstrations. Make sure to teach building occupants how to react to a fire and how to use a fire extinguisher along with the other fire protection device. Lastly, emergency plan. Emergency plans are important to prevention further damage or issues if there is a fire. It's important that if someone needs to call for help, they know what to do, how to easily find the building address, and what the next step should be.
In conclusion, fire can lead to loss of property, financial, the reputation of the company, injury, and death. The theory used for this fire incident is the domino theory because of the unsafe act by using the high flammable cladding panels. This accident investigation has highlighted the cause from the spark of fire at the flammable cladding until it is spreading to other parts of building due to hot weather and strong wind. However, few recommendations can improve fire and safety management, such as safe storage, a clean environment, fire safety demonstration, and an emergency plan. All parties must be responsible in preventing any cause of the fire, as this accident can be as our lesson for our future action. That's all from us. Thank you for your attention.